there. It's a little cheeky. A little cheeky. Anybody here? Yes. Who's first person? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? What's up? What's up, Brehesh? Number one. Always. Let me get this chat big so I can hit y'all. What's up, Andrew? What's up, Tropical? What up? Thank you, Brehesh. It's a temporary. It's a temporary. As long as we're going through this thing we're going through. Zoom in. Zoom in. Wrong one. Zoom in. What's up, Q? What's up, about? Kev. What's up, Caesar? We're chilling, man. We're chilling. Oh, man. My light. I haven't. That's why, if I told you I got new lights coming, that's why I have new lights coming right there. Good gracious. What's up, Alpha Mason? Let me bring the big lights up a little bit. Yeah, Mr. Wright got cabin people like a mofo. I understand that. I'm kind of a homebody though. Bring the lights up a little bit. Everything's good, Q. Everything's good. What's up, Marquise? Caesar, what do I think about Byron leaving? Hey, Byron's got to do what a guy in his position has to do when they throw all that money at you when you're a cornerback. And I'll get into that because today we're going to be talking about cornerbacks. So we'll get into how much it costs to have a cornerback in the NFL these days. Get back in this. There we go. What's up, Mark Heaney? What's up, Charles Wayne? Corona killed those lives. Oh, man, don't talk about Corona. You know what? Corona's not scaring me today. Yesterday, I was scared of Corona. Today, I'm not scared. Yes, Anthony, I can really see Dallas taking a receiver in the first round. I really can because there are some receivers that could be game changers for us. What's up, PC76? The Cooch. We have a history of letting talented cornerbacks. Yeah, they just, and that's what I'm going to talk about in this draft is when you spend a lot of draft capital on a corner, then in 4 years, if that corner plays decent, if that corner plays pretty good, you're going to have to pay that corner a lot of money. If that corner plays great, then you're not going to be able to afford that corner a la Jalen Ramsey. But we'll get into that later on. I want Henry Ruggs. I'm a big fan of Henry Ruggs as well. No, Brahesh, that's my 4K gaming monitor. I just turned it, so it's like super long. That's why it looked long like that. But yeah, it's not an iPad. I got a lot of little toys, Brahesh. Did you see my Stream Deck? Did you see the Stream Deck? You gotta know what that thing is. I'm learning it. What's up, gun-toting Democrat? No, I don't know. McCarthy was a different cat in Green Bay. And they had what's his name? Ron Wolf was running the thing in Green Bay, so it really wasn't McCarthy's thing there. So no, and then you had a different situation, but when you had a different type quarterback there in Green Bay, and they were always struggling to find defense. They were always struggling to put a defense together. So I think that put pressure on McCarthy's drafting when he was in Green Bay, because he went defense a lot. What's going on, Daniel? You want Dez back? I hear you. Future Black Friday shopping. They're useful. They're not expensive. They're useful. The Stream Deck is not actually. Yeah, well, they are kind of expensive. The Stream Deck is kind of expensive. That's kind of expensive, but the Stream Deck is very, very useful. I'll tell you about all it throughout the whole season, and you'll be able to see like the graphics I just put up there. You see that I just pressed the button. I took it off, and I pressed the button and put it back on. So during a draft, I'll be able to just throw graphics on the screen like crazy through this thing. But I'm telling you, there is a learning curve. There's a learning curve. We will be holding that, but Lombardi soon. I hear you, Andrew. Zach Baum. Hey Kenny. I've been telling people about Zach Baum for a couple of days now. Zach Baum is my man. I love his highlights. So maybe. Get to the middle of the camera. I'm playing with my autofocus now. It's not working well. Autofocus. Focus in. There we go. Brehesh, that's not even a fraction of the stuff it can do, man. It's just. Thanks, Justin. It's the temporary cave. But I tell you what, the last man cave, it was bigger, but it still was the garage. So right now I'm in luxury because I'm actually got 4 real walls. I got heat. You know what I'm saying? I had to generate some kind of heat in the man cave from the little heaters and stuff like that. And when it got hot, then during summer, man, it was horrible. So I'm comfortable now. So it's okay. And then whenever we build the new man cave, all this stuff like the lettering and all this stuff I have will transfer over to the new man cave. Hey, Alex, we're thinking about you over there in the UK, man. I hope your prime minister is doing better. That's disturbing, at the least, to see your main guy go down like that. Thanks, Justin Johnson. Ron Rivera, the thief. That's what I got. The first one. The Redskins tried to steal Amari Cooper. Tried hard, too, didn't they? What is the most expensive item in that room, Andrew Ruth? There's no question. There's one item that's stupid expensive. It's this computer right here. This is the iMac Pro. Not just your regular iMac. You can look it up. It's not your regular iMac. It's an iMac Pro. I got punched in the jaw when I came in the door with this thing, but it was worth it. The way I walked out the Mac store with it under my arm. But the iMac Pro, that's the most expensive thing. Easy. I don't think anything else is close. Maybe that couch. No NFL this year. You know what? I was thinking, Adrian, I go back and forth whether there's going to be a season or not. Because yesterday I was like, no, there's not. Today I was like, whoa, the curve is flattening in New York. If the curve is flattening already, then if we handle this thing right on the other end, we can have football. So I don't know, man. Yeah, Brehesh, the lettering, of course, right now I got it set to rhythms with the music. So and when I talk, it'll flicker, but it also will be able to, like when the Cowboys score a touchdown, I'll be able to automatically have that thing go like berserk and like flash and do all kind of stuff during the touchdown. So we're planning a lot of things this year if we have a season. I don't know. What's up, Joseph Sandberg? Shango really put my attention on Henry Ruggs Jr. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Once you get locked on that type talent, man, you kind of get kind of start wishing for him. But Mr. Wright, you can see how Henry Ruggs could take our offense from here to literally being Kansas City's offense. I mean, we were the number one offense in the league last year. If you put a weapon like that to give us, we already could grind on you better than anybody in the league, including Kansas City. The Dallas Cowboys could grind on you offensively better than anybody else in the league. However, they did not have the quick strike ability and the comeback ability of the Kansas City Chiefs. That's why Kansas City won the Super Bowl, the ability to come back like from craziness. So if we add a weapon like a Henry Ruggs to our offense, there's nothing you can do to us. Yeah, you can score 3 touchdowns on them, but we got those 3 touchdowns back. What's up? You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of things that I feel like a Henry Ruggs would bring that football team. I don't think Chasen will fall. Or Kinlaw, Kinlaw I'm hearing might fall. Chasen, I'm sticking to my guns on Elias on Chasen. I think he's going to be gone. His ability is too rare. You know what I'm saying? What Chasen can do. I'll be right back. His ability is a little bit too rare at the pass rushing ability, at his pass rushing ability. So I think he's going to go really early. Anthony says Judy or Lamb. Lamb has more upside. Judy, we already have Judy. We already have Amari Cooper. Man, Dez is playing with us, ain't he, Danny? Jeffrey, I'm with you, Matthew. Jeffrey Okudah is the only cornerback I would take in the first 2 rounds, and he'll be gone in the first 5. And plus, you're only going to be able to have a cornerback like Jeff Okudah for 5 years, because in that 6 year, he's going to be signed with somebody else for a whole lot of money. Yeah, cute, y'all. I love it though. You know, I don't have any problems with any graphics or anything like that with this thing. Fulton, yeah, Fulton's nice. You can imagine. So you can imagine if I'm saying, Brehesh, if I'm saying this thing was worth it, then you know how much better this thing is than the other Mac. Now, what I can't do is that new Mac Pro. I can't do the new Mac Pro. The monitor is $5,000, and it has the same performance as this one. Yeah, Ruggs, David Pence. Ruggs do not drop passes. That's another thing. I mean, his entire career at Alabama, he did not drop passes. Let me try this light again. Oh, this thing did. No, there it is. There it is. That light came back. Let's see how long it's going to be here. Yeah, I don't think he's going to fall though, Brehesh. If Jeffrey Okudah can slip between 8 and 12, I would not trade up A and B. I don't think it's going to happen. There's offensive linemen in this draft, but you have to remember we did have Connor McGovern too, Elias. There went that light again. Lights will be here Friday. We have the players to be like the Chiefs. Again, Justin Johnson. We just do not have the quick strike ability of the Chiefs. And if you see the Chiefs get down by 21 points, you just go get some popcorn because it's about to get exciting. If the Dallas Cowboys get down by 21 points, it's a whole different story. That's the main difference between the Chiefs offense and the Cowboys offense. When it comes to every down, grinding, running the ball, holding the clock, controlling the game, all that kind of stuff, Dallas Cowboys beat the Chiefs on it. But when it comes to flat out explosiveness, we don't have it. Peoples-Jones. Well, I'm way behind right now. Personally, I think Riggs falls to the Raiders at 12. Me too. Ruggs. I think Ruggs is going high. I just can't. Yeah, me too. That's why David Penn, somebody's going to fall. Either Chasen's going to fall, Kinlaw's going to fall, Riggs is going to fall. Somebody's going to fall because there's just too many good names up there at the top. We're in a good spot at 17. That's all I got to say. Something's going to fall to us at 17. If we were at like 24 or 23, I'd be a little bit worried. But at 17, something good is going to fall. We got, what's his name from the Lambs? Tavon Austin, you talking about, Andrew? Multi-minded Scotty, I'm going to get into Christian Fulton and AJ Terrell in just a few minutes. Let me catch up with y'all with the comments. Is there any players that don't want the Eagles to draft? What's his name? I don't want the Eagles to get... Where is he at? Wide receiver from TCU. Come on, everybody help me out. Wait a minute, hold on. Here it is, hold on. I don't want the Jalen Reagor. I don't want the Eagles to get Jalen Reagor. Thank you, Alpha Mason. That's who I don't want. Then, did you guys hear the Ravens said we're worried about draft security? Thank you, Adrian. We're worried about draft security and people figuring out our picks. I was like, now you just gave Bill Belichick something to do. Now Bill Belichick is hiring the IT hit squad to find out what every team is going to be doing in the draft. Nice job, Ravens. I don't know, Joseph Sandberg. That's a good question because I was looking when I was looking at corners. I was like, wait a minute, because I was like, in my mind, I was like, we use zone corners because that's what we've always usually used, is zone corners. But are we going to continue to use zone corners now? I don't know. Thank you, David Pence. McGovern would be the number one center if he was in this draft. He would. I hope, me too, Brahesh. I hope teams trade up for those quarterbacks, and I hope there's an early run on cornerbacks as well. What's up, Dak GA boy? I think it's a shame, Alpha. If Ruggs is there with the Broncos and the Broncos pick Ruggs, I think it's always a shame when a team without a quarterback drafts a weapon like Ruggs. I really do. Jalen Hurts in the fourth. I like that. Adrian Lizzie. Caleb Vaughn. Yeah, Caleb Vaughn. Either Caleb Vaughn is going to be a bust or Caleb Vaughn is going to be a monster. One or two. Thanks, Brahesh and Joseph. Well, I don't know. Hurts is a player that will fall, Mariano. But I think Hurts would be a great backup for Dak. And Dak, you better not get hurt. How many wins did the Bucks get? 12. Denzel Mims. I mean, I'll go back. A lot of you guys are saying you like Denzel Mims. I'm gonna go back and look at Mims a little bit more. He didn't do it for me the first time, but we'll see. I think they're doing that too, Brahesh. I don't think that the Patriots are caring about quarterback this year because they're going to tank and they're going to go for Lawrence. And they have the capital to do it. Oh, Dak is going to get along with the new coach. Dak's going to get along with everybody, Adrian. That's why. That's one of the reasons why I like him. No, I didn't multi-minded Scotty. I did not see what Kayvon Frazier said about the stuff with the coaching staff. That's interesting. Miami is trying to move up for a quarterback. You know what, guys? Who else? Raise your hand if you have Tua ranked above Joe Burrow. Raise your hand if you have Tua, because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, why? I don't know. You get off in 10 minutes, John? I don't see Henderson dropping to 17 either. Okay, did we hit all the topics I got up there for tonight's show? No, I don't feel like talking about the season anymore. I'm over that now. There's going to be a season. It might be a little bit messed up. Matthew. Okay, here we go. Matthew Marino has Tua over Burrow. Brahesh, you have Tua over Burrow. It's just that, to me, who had the better college season last year? Burrow, by far. Burrow had the best season. But Tua is your freak. Tua is your guy that can do everything. Tua is the guy that's going to be making some amazing plays in the pros. Joe Burrow, the plays that he was making, he was throwing the ball up in perfect area. I'm not saying the balls wasn't great, but his wide receivers were so good that they could just moss over that. A lot of that was happening at Ohio State too. The wide receivers was just mossing over the corners and making touchdowns. Yeah, again, exactly, Prodigy. Burrow might be a one-hit wonder, and there's something there that if he didn't make it earlier, you know what I'm saying? There's something there for that. So I don't know. If I was starting a franchise, I think I would take Tua, because Tua got a clean bill of health. So now, they come in the same. Both of them can take a hit, and I'll take the quarterback that's a little more slippery than Burrow. Burrow's NFL comparison is Tony Romo. I can see that. That's the only thing, Kaylin. If Tua could be injury prone, that's the only thing that I can put Burrow ahead of Tua for. But again, Burrow could get hit like anybody else next week. Next week, as soon as the season starts. April Sanders said, if the Redskins draft Tua, I'm scared. If the Redskins draft Tua, I don't like it. I really don't. Burrow and Tua. Now, Trubisky, I knew Trubisky was talked up. I knew Marcus Mariota was talked up. Jameis Winston, I wouldn't have drafted Jameis Winston as high as I would. So all those quarterbacks I didn't really see. Tua, I see it. Because it's other things around. It's his work ethic. It's his mentality. It's how he comes at you. It's a lot. It's a lot with Tua. All right, let me go. Well, I do think King James. I do think Joe Burrow will fall into obscurity in Cincinnati. He will be another Andy Dalton there. It seems like. Which one's the one behind me? They got those at Home Depot, VCP. I think I answered your comment, VCP. They were $199 for 9 of them. Jameis can't see. 2 is there. All right, let's get to the cornerbacks. Okay, like we said, first of all, Jeffrey Okudah is the top dog. He's the one with all the skills. He can do everything. He's the really only one that I would move up to get. But a top 5 corner in the draft, that's just too much. it's too much to pay. Either we'll be making a huge mistake like we did with Mo Clay, or we would be in a situation where the Jaguars were last year with Jalen Ramsey and having to play Jalen Ramsey and all these other people. We know that if he's gonna if we're gonna draft a guy and he plays decent with the Dallas Cowboys and he was drafted like 5th overall or something like where we have to go get him, then we're gonna have to pay that dude like crazy. I'd rather get 3rd round corners and and barely pay him. That's what I like. 3rd round corners. Next is Christian Fulton. Another very good cornerback. I just don't see him falling to us at all. C.J. Henderson after him. C.J. Henderson looks like, to me, when I looked at his measurables, he looks like clay that any NFL team really would want. You know what I'm saying? A big, tall corner with all the intangibles that they can teach to use with their defense. I mean, he can do things that you can't coach. That's why it's kind of like Chasen and C.J. Henderson. They do things that are on an elite level. So when you got a player that is the most coveted positions in the league, 2 of the most coveted positions in the league at edge rusher and cornerback, then people are going to spend some draft capital on that, in my opinion. Yeah, we traded up for Mo Clay. She ain't gonna lie, BZP. After C.J. Henderson, the last one of the 4 that I think will be gone before us, I think Trevon Diggs will be gone before us. Maybe not, but I think simply because, again, these are a lot of players that's going to be gone before us. Wow. But Trevon Diggs, some people have him at 6'3", which is crazy to me. He's not. He's either 6'2" or 6'3", around 215 pounds. That's a big guy. And if and I hear he plays like with an edge like his brother. His brother is Stephon Diggs, formerly of Minnesota. But those 4, Okudah, Fulton, Henderson, Trevon Diggs, all 1st rounders, all will cost some draft capital to go get, in my opinion. Oh, Alex Briscoe. I'm going to get into Jeff Gladney in a minute. Good eye, sir. Good eye. Oh, yeah. Damon Arnett's not that bad either, Elias. Very true. All right. After Diggs, you have the people that will probably be there for us. Jalen Johnson. A little undersized. He played at Utah, so who was really throwing at him? You know what I'm saying? AJ Terrell, and it goes the same for AJ Terrell because AJ Terrell was at the ACC and it had very weak wide receivers. So who did he go against? To be honest, but AJ Terrell, and even though I'm a huge Clemson fan, he'll be a crazy reach at 17. Good. I mean, good size, good speed. But the thing with Terrell is the catch point, and you saw it if you watched the national championship game with the LSU Tigers and Joe Burrow. All right, and then we have the one that I really like. Good, VZP. Everybody's good. The one that I really like. Jeff Gladney. Why do I like Jeff Gladney? 4.34 speed. I love it. I love fast. He's not super small. He's 6 foot or 6'1" or whatever. But I like speed. I'm gonna draft him in Madden. And the last one is Cameron Dantzler. Last one on my list. Cameron Dantzler. Good size, but no speed. Now, where am I with cornerback? I don't know. I don't know how much better these guys would be than Jordan Lewis and Cheeto. I know they're better than Anthony Brown. I don't have to say that. But in my opinion, we need someone at least better than Anthony Brown. So, in my opinion, that's Gladney. Gladney has the speed of a Brown, and if you put both of those guys at 3 and 4 corners, and you have because I'm a big fan of Jordan Lewis. I really am. I don't know what was his problem with the other coach last year, but he'll get a fresh slate with the new guy. And I've always been a fan of Cheeto. Cheeto just, when Cheeto was getting attacked last year, he was 9 times out of 10, he was right there. He just didn't close. And so we've got to get some coaching to help Cheeto close out. But almost every play, he was right there. You didn't see Cheeto just getting burned that much. You did see him get burned. Thank you, Cameron. Elias, I'm guilty of it too, and I'm a Clemson fan. AJ Terrell is getting a bad rap because it's so annoying, Elias, because that was the whole LSU thing. Throw that ball up in the air and let them go grab it. Let your wide receiver go grab it. I like Lewis in the slot too. I think Brown is on the outside, but I don't know about Brown being a starter. So yeah, no, the pool's not finished. VZP, the guys come and work whenever they can. They're coming tomorrow to do some of the concrete or whatever, but things are going real slow at the pool. Yeah, Eric Heigl, I'm 100% with that. Eric Heigl says the fastest way to make your secondary better is to load up on a better pass rush. It's too hard and too expensive to get a lockdown corner. Exactly. You can get some good Cheeto, Jordan Lewis type corners in the 3rd and 4th round, and you pair those corners with some very killer pass rush. That's how Seattle built what they built. Seattle didn't go and get top corners. Richard Sherman was not a top corner in the draft. Richard Sherman was what, a 4th rounder? And who was on the other side of Richard Sherman? I can't remember his name. Tall dude. No, I haven't watched Lamar Jackson for Nebraska. No, I like everything about Jalen Hurts. I really would love him to be a Cowboy. I don't think it has anything to do with Dak at all. Yeah, Byron Mack, exactly. But no, I was Browner. I was talking about Browner, multi-minded. Thank you. Brandon Browner was just, he was a good corner, and the New England got something out of him, but he wasn't a lockdown, like Deion Sanders type corner. Exactly what I was saying, King James. And if you are lucky enough to get a lockdown corner like the Jacksonville Jaguars, when it's time to pay him, he's gonna roll up to your practice in a Brinks truck. Isn't that what he rolled up in a Brinks truck? Said he's trying to break the bank. So pass rusher. Pass rushers are worth every dime as long as they are productive. They're worth every dime because they make the secondary better. Yeah, Brown was a defensive end playing safety. We used to love Brandon Browner in Madden. Should we invest in Von Miller? Hey, Von Miller can wear a Cowboys hat, can't he? Defense is next year's draft. This year's loaded with offense. Yeah. This year, and another thing we can do, and I cannot wait, Zach Baum, Craig. The one thing we can do this year with offense is that we can get a tackle. We can mess around and get a good tackle. Now, you see I'm saying all these names in the first round. I said there's 4 corners in the first round that may all go before us. You know what I'm saying? You got Okudah, you got Fulton. Let's count. Let's count off the top of our head. Look at this. Okay, you have Okudah, Fulton, Henderson, Diggs. 4. Wide receiver, you got 3 that should go before us. You got CD Lamb, you got Judy, and you got Ruggs. Okay, at defensive tackle, you got Brown in Alabama, and you got possibly Kinlaw. Right there is 9 guys. That's 9 guys, and you're not adding the quarterbacks, and you're not adding the 4 tackles. There's 4 tackles that should be gone before us. If one of those tackles fall, then we got to get that tackle. You know what I'm saying? Or this draft is so heavy with offensive tackles that we can mess around and get a tackle in the 3rd round that would be picked in the 1st round of other drafts. You know what I'm saying? These corners might be in the 2nd round of other drafts. You know what I'm saying? So there's other positions that we can really load up on. That, in my opinion, wide receiver, on offense, wide receiver, tight end, and come on, another tight end to go with Jarwin, and tackle. Watch those 3 positions. Vaughn got the chicken farm. Look, Alex Briscoe asked, what's my opinion on our linebacker situation? I think our linebacker situation is perfect until otherwise, until I find something bad about LVE's health. And the last thing I heard was a glowing report on LVE. Now, it was by his agent, so of course the agent's going to say something good. But I think if Jalen and LVE are both healthy, we have one of the best in the league. Well, with Sean Lee, we have the best in the league, probably. Should we go 3 and 4? Nah. No, again, Connor McGovern, Jose Villarreal. I think Connor McGovern is going to fight Looney for that job. It's a very light tight end with draft on tight ends, Mr. Wright. But since one might fall, the best tight end, we might end up getting the best tight end in the 2nd round or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'll do tight ends next week probably. Yeah, we're gonna see what our guys have first at center, Alpha Mason, before we actually address it in the draft. And remember, before we drafted Frederick, we suffered with who all we had? We had Phil Costa. We had somebody else, and we just suffered at center until we said we can't do it no more. Let's just get a center. You say Looney will have the first 5 games and then McGovern will beat him out? That's kind of how I see it. Brahesh says 1st round C.J. Henderson, 2nd round Antonio Winfield. Andre Giroux was my boy. All right, guys, my entire house is asleep. My house is getting lazier and lazier by the day. My wife, she had to take I don't know why she had to take a sleeping pill. She had to take a sleeping pill. Why she had to take a sleeping pill? Why? What is stressing her out right now? She has to do nothing. And then she's upstairs, just knocked out. Oh, whatever. But since everybody's asleep, I'm gonna go to sleep too. I'm gonna make my video for the morning, and then I'm gonna go to sleep, and then tomorrow, what should we? What position should we go after tomorrow? I need a fun position. I think I'm gonna go tackle. I think I'm gonna go offensive tackle. Let's go offensive line tomorrow. Quarantine life, I know, right? But tomorrow night we're jumping into the offensive line because we can. Oh my goodness, Matthew, the kids are driving us crazy, man. I just had to make both of mine cry so they go to bed before I start the show. Good gracious, the kids. And not only that, Matthew Mariano, we have to. I have to wrap them in. I don't know how old yours are. Mine is 6 and 4, basically 3.5, almost 4 years old. And I want to wrap them in bubble wrap because they keep injuring themselves. And I'm like, no, nobody's going to the hospital. Nobody's going to the hospital right now. Oh, 3 and 1. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Matthew. At least you still got nap time with one of them, for sure. Maybe both of them. What, Joseph Villarreal? Huh? What's up, Daywan? Chillin'. In the Shango Live Studios. You still have to go to work? I only got my King James, it won't happen. There's no way they can lock down the American society for 5 months. There's no way. The 3-year-old keeps the 1-year-old. Oh my goodness. But that's how I was. I had mine are 2 years apart. Of course. So I do know the 3-1 dynamic. Are we getting Dez back? Maybe. Time to buy stocks? Yes. Brahesh, I keep looking at that as my light. Brahesh, there's going to be a whole new world on the other side of this. Be smart, put your money in the right spots, and you can do well. Put your money in Zoom. Zoom is killing it. All right, guys. Tomorrow night, I sat here and I talked up the offensive tackles. I couldn't wait to research the offensive tackles. And tomorrow, we're going offensive tackle. Offensive tackle. All right, guys. I will holler at you later.